Alright, here we are given two padlock boxes, one containing $10 and the other $1. We are also given a bunch of keys called the bunch A with 6 keys altogether. Exactly one of them, say the blue one, will open the $10 box. Also, exactly one of them, say the red one, will open the $1 box. The remaining 4 keys will not be able to open any of the boxes. Next, let us describe the game we are going to play called Game A. To start the game, we'll pay $1 as a player, and then we'll select one key randomly from bunch A. After that, we'll select one of the boxes randomly as well. If the selected key opens the selected box, then we'll keep the money which is in the box. Otherwise, we'll get nothing. The entire experiment consists of a sequence of trials where the first one is a random selection of the key from the bunch, and then followed by the trial of selecting randomly one box from the 2 boxes. These probabilities can be represented in the tree as follows. So the probability of getting a $10 key is clearly 1 over 6, since there's exactly one key out of 6 that opens the $10 box. Likewise, the probability of getting a $1 key is also 1 over 6. Therefore, the probability of getting a wrong key, here we mean the key that does not open any of the boxes, is 4 over 6. In the next trial, we will choose one box out of the 2 boxes. So the probability of choosing the $10 box is half, and the probability of choosing the $1 box is also half. This is the same for the other outcomes. So it's half here, and it's also half. Let us now consider the payout from the game in each of the possible outcomes of the experiment. Suppose X denote the payout that we get. X is a random variable. What are the possible values for X in each of the cases? So let us write down the possible the value of X that we get in each of the cases. First, we consider the case when we choose the $10 key and the $10 box. Clearly, we will get the $10 in this case, so X is $10 in this case. In the next case, we choose a $10 key, but the $1 box, so we'll get nothing because the key will not be opened the box. Next, if we choose the first $1 key and the $10 box, we will also get nothing because the key will not be able to open the box. In the next case, we'll get $1 because we have chosen the right key for the right box. In this case, the $1 box. So the payout is $1. For the remaining cases, the payout is always 0 because none of the key will be able to open the boxes. So here are the possibilities for X. Now we are able to calculate the expectation of X. So this is the average payout that we get. The probability of for the first outcome is 1 over 6 times half. So that is 1 over 12, and the payout is $10. There will be no payout in the second outcome as well as the third outcome, so we will not write down the values here. To get $1, the probability is also 1 over 6 multiplied by half. So this is 1 over 12 times $1. And in all the other cases, the payout is 0. So the final value for the expectation is 11 over 12. But we also remember that we pay $1 to as a fee to play the game. So by taking this into consideration, the expected profit from the game will be the expectation of the payout minus our fees. This is 11 over 12 minus 1, which turns out to be roughly minus 0.0833. The minus sign says that the average profit is actually a loss, right, of about $0.0833. The following setting is very similar to the previous one, except that we now have more keys in the bunch. In particular, there will be exactly 2 keys that will open the $10 box, and another 2 keys that will open the $1 box, while the remaining 5 keys will not be able to open any of the box. In the following game B, the player will pay a fees of $1.35, and then the player will select 1 key from the bunch of keys, followed by selecting one of the 2 boxes. If the selected key opens the selected box, then the player will keep the money inside the box. Right, let us now construct the probability tree that is associated with the game. Right, the first trial involves a random selection of 1 key out of 9 keys altogether, since there are exactly 2 keys that will open the $10 box. So the probability of selecting the $10 key is 2 over 9. Likewise, the probability of selecting or choosing the $1 key is also 2 over 9. And the probability of choosing a wrong key, which is a key that opens none of the boxes, is 5 over 9. After selecting the key, the player will randomly select one of the boxes. So given the first outcome of selecting the $10 key, there will be a probability of 0.5 in selecting the $10 box, and similarly a probability of 0.5 of selecting the $1 box. This is the same for the other outcomes of the first trial as well. Sorry, this is $10 box, and this is $1 box. We can now write down the probabilities for each of the outcome. For example, the probability of selecting the $10 key and the $10 box is 2 over 9 multiplied by 1 over 2, so which is 1 over 9. Likewise, the probability of selecting a $10 key and a $1 box is also 1 over 9. So for this one, the probability is also 1 over 9 and 1 over 9. The probability of choosing a wrong key and a $10 box is 5 over 9 times half, so this is 5 over 18. As similarly, this is 5 over 18. Next, let us calculate the payout for each of the outcome. So suppose X is the payout, of the game. Then in the first case, the payout is $10 because the player chose the right key for the $10 box. In the second case, we have a wrong key for the $1 box, so the payout is 0. Similarly, here we have 0. Here the payout is 1 because the player chose the right key for the $1 box, and in all the other cases the payout are 0. Therefore, the expectation of the payout is 1 over 9 times 10 in the first case. In the second case, the payout is 0, as well as the third case, so we're not going to write it down here. Next, for the payout to be 1, the probability is 1 over 9. And in other cases, the payout is 0. So the expectation of the payout for game B is 11 over 9. In order to compare game B with game A, we must now calculate the expected profit of the game. So since the fees is $1.35, the expected profit for game B is expected payout minus the fees that we paid to play the game. So this is 11 over 9 minus 1.35, which is roughly negative 0.1277. We recall that the expected profit for game A, which we obtained previously, is actually negative 0.0833. In both games, the expected profit is negative, which means that on average, playing both game A and B will give us a loss. But the loss in game A is less than the loss in game B. So our conclusion is that we should choose to play game A instead of game B because it has a smaller expected loss. So the conclusion is choose to play game A. Right, the reason is that the expected loss is smaller than the expected loss for game B.